Take American as example. Well, normally, the USA would import wheat from developing countries, let's say Mexico. However, one day, suddenly the USA's government has too much money in their hands due to some reasons, such as the revenue from international students studying in the USA without financial aid. What will they do? Well, they will spend it on subsidizing the US farmers who produce wheat. As a result, more burgers are produced. Another result is, as more wheat is produced by US farmers, they even have surplus to export to other countries, such as Mexico. This, under the economics view, is a terrible news for Mexico. Without subsidies, the wheat market in the developing countries will perform at price P&Q quantity demanded. However, since there is now too much wheat, the world price is lower, thus Mexican farmers have to lower from P to PW to maintain their price competitiveness. By doing that, they can only supply OQ1, and the rest will be supplied by the foreign producers. Therefore, the revenues reduce significantly since the revenue box is diminished from 0 back to 1Q10. The implication, first of all, Mexico is trapped in a vicious cycle of unable to export and underdeveloped. Derived from less revenue, the government may not have sufficient budget to invest on human capital or education, healthcare, etc. With insufficient government welfare, people's standard of living could be negatively impacted, leading to further need for government welfare. This could ultimately result in decreased quantity and quality of factors of production, hence, reduced productivity and GDP, and cause the country to be trapped in the poverty cycle. Sounds bad for Mexico. Now, set everything aside, here comes an important definition: tariff escalation. It basically means that a developed country imposes higher tariffs on processed goods and lower tariffs or nothing on raw materials, so that the country can protect its processing and manufacturing industries. For example, do you know that Japan imposes 0% of tariffs on raw cocoa, whereas for processed cocoa, it's 21.7%? No wonder why poor African countries only export raw cocoa to factories in other countries and let them to the processing. So, the tariff escalation creates the difficulty for developing countries to access to the international markets. The only way for them to access to global trade is to produce and specialize in raw materials and export them, and hence it is possible that those countries can end up only supplying raw materials.
Jungle.